So, for a lot of us, the yoga journey starts on a mat, right? We're looking to get fit or maybe just chill out a little from all the stress. But then something happens. The practice starts to hint at something deeper. That's the moment it shifts from a simple workout to a profound work in. And that, my friends, is a beginning of spiritual awakening yoga. It's a real path of inner transformation.
All right, so what's the game plan for this explainer? First, we're going to look beyond the purely physical workout to get what yoga's really about. Then, we'll walk through the four main stages of this spiritual path. After that, we'll dive into some powerful tools for your journey. And finally, we'll talk about how to spot the signs that a deeper shift is actually happening inside you.
Okay, so let's start where most people do. You've been practicing for a while, you know the poses, you're feeling stronger, but there's this little nagging feeling, this whisper, that there has to be more to it than just stretching and sweating. This is the exact moment the real journey begins, when it stops being just physical exercise and becomes a genuine exploration of who you are. Maybe this question right here really hits home for you. You go through the motions, but deep down, you're craving a deeper meaning. It's a sense that your practice is trying to tell you something more. If you feel this, I want you to know you are so not alone. In fact, it's a really, really important sign that your true journey is just getting started. This right here, this frames the whole transition perfectly. So many of us start with a workout, right? We're focused on the body, the fitness, the results we can see. But the real magic, the big shift, happens when it becomes a work in, when you start using those exact same postures as a key to unlock the door to who you are underneath it all. And that brings us to the ultimate goal. See, contrary to how it's often portrayed today, yoga wasn't originally created to be an exercise system. Not at all. At its very heart, it's a vehicle for spiritual liberation, a complete and total path to self-realization. And you know, the clue is right there in the name itself. The word yoga comes from this ancient Sanskrit root yuj. And yuj means to yoke or to unite. So the natural question is, what exactly are we trying to unite? This is the core idea, right here. The awakening that yoga is aiming for is all about union. It's about connecting your individual self, your soul, with this larger, universal consciousness. Think of it like this. It's a massive shift in how you see everything. You start moving away from that ego-driven me view of the world and toward a feeling of compassion and realizing we're all connected. And the physical practice? That becomes the key that unlocks these deeper layers of who you are. So how does a transformation like this actually happen? It's not like a light switch just flips on one day. It's a process. It's a journey with four pretty distinct stages that can totally reshape how you see yourself and everything else. It usually starts with the call, that feeling we talked about, that there's got to be something more. This can then lead to what's known as the dark night of the soul. And I know, that sounds scary, but it's actually a vital clearing out of old beliefs and identities. Then comes the awakening itself, those incredible, beautiful moments of clarity and oneness. But the journey doesn't stop there. The final and maybe the most crucial stage is integration, which is all about taking that amazing new awareness and weaving it into your everyday, real life. Okay, let's just pause on that second stage for a second. The dark night of the soul. That sounds pretty intense, doesn't it? You might be wondering, wait, can my yoga practice really trigger something like that? And that is a totally valid question. And the answer is yes, it absolutely can. As your practice helps you peel back the layers of your ego and let go of old ideas that just don't fit anymore, it can definitely kick up some dust. It can feel confusing, but it's so important to see it not as a step backward, but as the ground being cleared right before a major spiritual breakthrough. So if you're on this path, how do you navigate it all? I mean, where do you even start? Well, the great news is that the yogic tradition gives us this incredible toolkit filled with practices designed specifically to support this deeper spiritual focus. And these tools are so powerful. Things like practicing during Brahma Muhurtam in those super quiet pre-dawn hours, it's like you can tap into a different level of consciousness. Then there's pranayama, or breathwork, which is all about learning to guide your own life force energy. Meditation, of course, gives you the stillness you need to really see your old patterns clearly. And focusing on balancing your chakras can help awaken that powerful Kundalini energy that's inside all of us. Now, as you start to bring these practices into your life, the transformation won't just happen on the mat. You'll start to notice these subtle and sometimes not so subtle signs of this deeper shift showing up in your day-to-day life.
The key is just learning to pay attention to these little symptoms. You might become way more sensitive to your environment, to noise, to energy, or you might find yourself waking up super early without an alarm, feeling totally energized. You could feel this deep, undeniable pull towards more authenticity, making you rethink old friendships or habits. And maybe the most beautiful sign of all is just this growing, expansive feeling of universal love and empathy. While having a teacher can be a huge help, this journey is ultimately an internal one. The path of spiritual yoga eventually leads you to this profound realization. The real teacher, the true source of all wisdom and clarity, is the guru within, and it has been inside you all along. And that really brings us to the final and most important question. This isn't about what a book says or what some teacher tells you. It's about turning inward. So after all this, maybe take a moment in stillness and just ask yourself, what is your guru within telling you?